Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I'm going to jump right into it, and we're going to start with, we'll start with the weather. So tomorrow's May 1st, and it's still cold. It's going to warm up a little bit this weekend, but it looks like this coming week it's still going to be pretty chilly. I'm waiting for the Berkshire Eagle to write another article like they did a couple months back about how the extreme hot weather is the reason why our roads are so bad, or something like that. It was something to that effect. It was kind of entertaining. Also, tomorrow being May 1st, this isn't in Pittsfield, but it's a big show, and it's at the Stationery Factory tomorrow, and it's the Central Berkshire Record Show. Again, it's at the Stationery Factory, which is on Flansburgh Ave in Dalton. Over 30 vendors, all sorts of vinyl, DJs, giveaways, all sorts of stuff going on. Food truck, bar, beer and full bar event, the whole deal. So it's $10 general admission, 10 to 4 tomorrow. Entry at 8 a.m. for $10 general admission, and then 10 to 4 is $3. Okay, so tomorrow. Anyways, it's a big event, and I'm more than happy, as a big music person, I'm more than happy to plug that for them. So if you are looking for something to do tomorrow, check that out, the Stationery Factory. The body camera issue, again, I talked about that in the last video. That's still being heavily discussed. I want to talk to some more officers on that. You know, I don't understand why anyone would be against that. I really don't. I know I've heard some concerns are that, you know, that the general public doesn't quite get in the heat of the moment kind of stuff, and they might hear police officers saying things or things like that, that I don't think, for one, I think if you have body cameras and dash cameras, the general public is not reviewing that on a regular basis. I would imagine that that would be there in the event it needs to be reviewed. But I would assume that that's not something that would be probably even discussed that much. I also assume that it would protect everyone involved. I just, you have hearsay, and then you can see it yourself. So I know some arguments were that in the heat of the moment, what you're seeing on the body camera does not get to the root of the problem that escalated. You can break things down right to somebody's birth at that point. But having body camera footage is another tool to have. You have footage of an event. It's worth having. I just don't see how anyone would be against that. And I hope that that is a conversation that will continue, because we're still waiting for the district attorney to come out and release the findings that from her office on that whole investigation. So that's not even close to being done and over with, and it made for the last city council meeting pretty interesting. And, you know, I've mentioned repeatedly, where's the mayor? Where's the mayor? And the reason I say that, I know a lot of people feel like, well, you just don't like Mayor Tyre and you're going to say whatever. Half of that is true. And it's not the part where I'm just going to say whatever. I don't like Mayor Tyre. She's not, I just don't like her. She's not my kind of as a mayor. I don't know her as a person. There's a good chance maybe me and Linda would be best friends. But as a mayor, Mayor Tyre, I am not a fan of. She's just not, we don't hear from her much. I don't agree with a lot of the policies, but I think the biggest problem I have with Mayor Tyre is, like with a lot of people, everything's closed door. There's no communication. She's not that type of politician that's out there in the public, accessible, friendly, easy to approach. If you do not agree with Mayor Tyre, then, you know, her posse, like if you say something online, it's usually her posse that will come and attack you. It's never her. Her husband, a lot of times, will come to her defense on social media and stuff like that. So, and I've never criticized her on a personal level that I remember anyway. I'm sure maybe somebody could find something, but I don't think I have. It's policy. Like, you take right now where the eBird or Bird e-scooters, that we just recently got. Now, I see a lot of our politicians talking about that, and I think it's funny. Not funny, ha-ha, but funny in the sense that why aren't they talking about issues that they're involved with? This is a private company that has come in. City council doesn't have anything to do with it. Now, it will be being discussed by city councilors when residents start calling and complaining, hey man, there's these scooters in my backyard, or somebody dumped one of those scooters on my porch. Who do I call? Or because that's the problem you're having when you look at reviews throughout the country. Some communities it has worked in like resort towns and village type settings, beach towns. But a lot of communities it hasn't worked because people just dump these things wherever, and they're getting found in rivers, backyards, grocery store parking lots, and it's becoming a nuisance. And then the police get called, and the police have to go out, and they're finding themselves spending their time picking up e-scooters. So, but I'm sure that won't happen here because, again, well, this administration then must, we have a track record of being thorough and transparent and out in the open, and I'm sure they did all their research and all their ducks were in a row. So somebody like me who might be against that is probably just a naysayer. But we'll see how that works out. I wish, again, some of the city councilors that are out there promoting that, why don't they talk about some of these big issues that the community is begging for their help on? Why don't they talk about where we are with taxes, inflation, fuel costs? The condition of our roads are so deplorable, it's disgusting. It's beyond anything. I've never seen them this bad, and you could see it escalating. I mean, the way that this administration, and I don't blame the people working for the city. I mean, you do what you're told. That's your job. But the way that these roads have been maintained, or I should say lack thereof, is how we got to this. Tamarack Road should be closed. When people coming to the area that have never been here before, if you're getting in a rental car leaving Pittsfield Airport, which happens quite a bit now, or if you're just coming over the mountain from New York and you don't know and you're following your GPS and you get on Tamarack Road, I hope you're not on a motorcycle or like the person I saw yesterday in a Corvette. Oh my God, that road, if not closed, the city should be putting warning signs up. Travel at your own risk, because that isn't potholes. There's whole sections of that road that have deteriorated to the point where it's gone. It's falling into the swamp is what it looks like. But anyway, I know the road is on the list to get done, but every day that's causing damage to people's, just driving down that, put your front end to the test. I'll tell you that. Anyway, I wish our city councilors would get on those issues. Those are big issues right now. But if they want to talk about the e-scooters and how successful and wonderful that is, which has nothing to do with them or anything, and I hope it becomes successful. Like I said, I'm sure that Ricardo Morales, our commissioner, did all his homework with the mayor, and they thoroughly researched it, and there will be no problems because they have a track record of laying out things the right way, proper rollout, public transparency. They have a track record of that. We've all seen that. And I'm sure you can all give examples of that. So anyway, yeah. T-shirts are getting made. If those of you that remember the banner of this page, the Pittsfield Wood one, I am working to get those done. I'm working with a local Pittsfield company, and so I'll update everyone on that. The bar tour is going to kick off again, so I'm excited about that. The businesses that in the middle of winter, when I had to leave for personal reasons, I had some businesses that I needed to follow up with to finish that business tour. So I am going to come back around before I do the bar tour and finish up with those. I just feel obligated to do that. And also, Desheen Moore from Beat the Streets, I have him coming on, so that's coming up this week. And also his new store on North Street, a little feature on that too, which is Mr. Feats. So it's going to be a busy week, bunch of stuff to talk about, a lot of politicians coming on, some city councilors, some candidates for DA, and the end of the month I'm going to schedule to have District Attorney Harrington coming on. So a lot going on. So that's it for now. Everyone pay attention, enjoy the weather this weekend, and get your coats and everything ready for next week. And I'll see y'all in the next day or two.